Good morning. I hope you're feeling like a ray of sunshine this morning. And if you're not, maybe you will be after this lesson. So we're at lesson 87. And I invite you now just to drop your awareness down to your sit bones so you can close your eyes down or rest your gaze downwards. And just wiggle your sit bones into your seat or into your chair or into the bed if you're sitting in the bed. And maybe let out a sigh as you drop in. There's a lovely resonance in the body when we release a sigh. We come into present moment awareness just by noticing our breath. And then we make our offering on this day. So we begin this day in gratitude. We open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask love to lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We welcome joy, fun, and abundant prosperity. We recognize that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with a peaceful heart that is anchored in the truth that we are one, we are love, and we are free. And so we release these words and let it be. Okay, so lesson 87. Lesson 87 is a review of 73, and it's I will there be light. I will use the power of my will today. It is not my will to grope about in darkness, fearful of shadows and afraid of things unseen and unreal. Light will be my guide today. I will follow it where it leads me, and I will look only on what it shows me. This day I will experience the peace of true perception. So these forms of this idea would be helpful for some specific applications. This cannot hide the light I will to see. You stand with me in light, and you put in someone's name. So if you're having difficulty with someone that's a really beautiful one, you stand with me in light. And the third one, in the light, this will look different. And that's the beautiful thing. Everything that's brought to the light looks different and has an opportunity to be seen anew. Makes me think of when I was a little child and I used to think there was things in the wardrobe and under the bed, and sometimes my mum would turn on the light and let me have a good look around to realize that there was nothing there. Or sometimes there's been stuff I've been carrying around for a long time worrying about, and then I share it with somebody. Maybe I go to, my husband and bring something up that has been bothering us, and when I bring it to the light, when I bring it into awareness, it's resolved so easily rather than harboring it in the dark. So I will there be light. So we're going to take this into practice. Gently closing your eyes down, dropping in. I will mind the time. I will there be light. And it's actually gorgeous just to rotate this one around. I will there be light. When you're ready, gently opening your eyes and coming back. And we'll just take a little look at the second one. And that is, there is no will but God's. Now, if you remember that your true identity is one with God, so your true will is one with God, and anything outside of that, anything outside of love doesn't actually exist. So any other will isn't there in truth. I am safe today because there is no will but God's. I can become afraid only when I believe there is another will. So when I start to believe the ego, the pattern, the shape, I try to attack only when I am afraid. And only when I try to attack can I believe my eternal safety is threatened. So I forget that I'm spirit, I forget that I'm free. I have limited myself to just this body and just this time and the right now, not knowing, that I am eternally safe. I am eternally one with love. So today I will recognize that all this has not occurred. I am safe because there is no will but God's. And here's some useful forms for the application. So this is the one you're going to be visiting this evening. Let me perceive this in accordance with the will of God. So maybe you'll be lying in bed this evening reflecting on your day. And it's a really lovely practice, actually, to go back over your day and the experiences you've had and what was challenging for you, what was easy for you. And you do this through the eyes of love, through the lens of love. So as you're going back over your day, maybe something pops up for you. And you can say, let me perceive this in accordance with the will of God. The second one is, it is God's will. You are God's child. And then put in the person's name and mine as well. Or you could put your own name in there. It is God's will, and I am God's child. And then the third one, this is part of God's will for me, however I may see it. And I really, really love that one because it brings so much freedom. It makes us realize that nothing is wrong, nothing is happening in the wrong way, and everything is filled with opportunity. This is part of God's will for me. There's so much acceptance in that. This is part of God's will for me. This is what God wants for me right now. This is what my higher self wants right now, however I may see it. So you may be seeing it with your own limited vision, with your own two eyes, and you might have your own perception of it. But no matter what way you're seeing it, you can realize that actually this is God's will for you. This is filled with opportunity. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. And once again, I hope you enjoy practicing these as you move through your day going, I will there be light. I will there be light. I will there be light. And I will see you tomorrow.